Hey everybody, this is Brett, and today I want to talk about staying hydrated. And it's really hard for me to stay hydrated because I pee a lot because I'm cleansing and detoxing my body, and I've been doing that for a long time. But what I've learned is in the winter time I need to make soup every day. Liquidy soup, like that. And one thing that's really cool about soup is that it's really easy. You just chop up a bunch of vegetables. I also put buckwheat in this soup and a bunch of your favorite spices, and heat it up on a medium temperature, and there you go. A long time ago I read a book called Your Body's Every Need for Water Cries for Water by somebody named Batman Heelish. I don't remember his exact name, but I called him Batman. And I'm sure you can find that easily on Amazon. It was a very popular book from about 10 years ago. And it talks about how everyone's dehydrated. And you know, if you think about the foods that people typically crave, all the cakes and cookies and snack foods that people eat, it would seem to me that yes, people probably are very dehydrated, and that they need to consume foods that have a lot more water in them. And if you've been studying health and nutrition, you know that there are a lot of people out there that are emphasizing the need to consume a lot more fruits, especially in the summertime. And the summer fruits and vegetables all contain a lot more water. And so they're naturally getting a lot more water than if you consume things like rutabagas and turnips, and potatoes do have some water, but for the most part the winter foods are geared and designed for not having that much water so that they can be preserved. Fruits and vegetables, the more water they have in them, the faster they go bad, and the less time they're going to be able to be stored in a root cellar. And that's the natural way to preserve the food for the winter time. And, you know, we now have refrigerators, but guess what? I believe that in the future we're going to go back to a lot of the old ways, because there are going to be a whole lot of screws that are going to get tightened in on humanity, and we're going to have to go back to the way things were when they didn't consume electricity. They didn't need to consume electricity to preserve things. And, you know, this is a convenient thing. There are a whole lot of convenient inventions like home urinals that are wonderful, that get us things done really fast. And fast is good in a country that needs to expand very quickly, and to be able to accommodate an overpopulation, a world that needs to accommodate an overpopulation. But there comes a breaking point, and things have to change. And the sooner we start to get used to the things, you know, a lot of us, we're just wanting to adhere to the natural things because we're like, we have natural instincts, and we just think that they're cool. And we want to get back to Mother Nature, and we have this deep craving and a desire to do that. And so, to think about getting out the shovel and digging out a root cellar, I have a book that's been waiting for me called Root Cellaring. And I've hardly cracked it. And oftentimes I'll get thinking about things, and I'll start desiring to get into things, but for whatever reason I'm not able to. But I put them in the back of my head, and that's what I'd like you to do in regards to a whole lot of these things, and I'm sure you are. a lot of these things that I'm teaching you in regards to squatting and gardening and root cellars and soup, and when the time comes, then you will be ready. Just like me, we're all in the same boat. There's not one person, no matter how rich or how poor, whatever it may be that they believe in regards to spirituality, within every category, whether it be science or spirituality or nature, herbs, cooking, whatever it is, we have to eventually learn everything about everything. And you know how many lives that'll take? It's a lot. It's a lot of lives. So anyways, consume foods in the wintertime full of liquid. And the way that you're able to do that is to make soup of the day. You've heard of that, haven't you? Soup of the day. Soup du jour. And so make it fun and make your antics. Like, that's what I do. I do all kinds of natural healing antics, and I'll think of stuff and I'll just be like, man, that sounds good. I've got time today. Let's do that. And I'll run over to the hardware store and invent some freaking thing. And if you think about stuff, then somehow figure out a way to do that because it makes your life fun. Wahoo! And think about the way they used to do it back 1800s, 1700s. Think about how they did things before they came up with petroleum products. And you know, we're not going to go all back to old ways yet. We're going to find some shades of gray. And you know, I hang up all my laundry. I can tell you that I've hung up all my laundry now for about 7 years. I have not owned a dryer, and I've hung up every single piece of my... Now think about the energy that I've saved from hanging up my laundry for 7 years. And I'm scoring brownie buttons with creation. And it makes me feel good at the same time. So thanks for joining me, and please subscribe if you have not yet. And give me a thumbs up if you like my videos. And don't worry about that one person that gives me a thumbs down. Bless that person. Bless that person. And oh, praise the Lord. We've got a new Pope, I heard today. Okay.